Welcome to Isis in the Bible, the Summer Gathering, Week 8. Did you feel it? The question today is, can man build whatever he wants? Can man go against Mother Nature and her perfection of everything in perfect proportions? Does man think he can be dualistic and can exist without the love tether wrapped around every atom of his body and his surroundings? Glad you could join us today. What's happening when I ask, did you feel it? Are you feeling anything? And many people have, and many people in their comments you'll see when I edit the video. There's people, and I'm noticing it all around me, and it's all sides of the spectrum. People are feeling absolutely invigorated, filled with love, and then other people are actually getting really dizzy and they're worried and they're going to the doctor. The doctor can't figure anything out. And meanwhile, it's all on their chart. That's where God is. Susan said, people are asking, where's God went through all this, and why do people leave the visible? Where was God? Well, that God is the process. God is the process of those spirals that cleanse us, that bring us to where we need to be. And sometimes if we're not there, we leave the visible and we come back. The Mercury came out of retrograde on August the 28th. That's why I'm asking who felt what, right? And moves into Leo, the heart, today. And the moon joins the very important Virgo alignment tomorrow. When people are reaching out, this is all at play. This is Virgo, this is Eris's home, Isis's home, Mother Mary, Virgin Mary's home. So you got the South Node, which represents the body, because there's the head of the snake, the North Node, and then the tail of the snake. And the body represents this physical body, which gets manifest from our past actions, past lives. That's the tail of the snake. The Black Moon, which is a node of Virgin Mary, Venus, Mother Nature, and Juno, Mary Magdalene. And so the moon's going to line there tomorrow. So get ready for some beautiful love, beautiful cleanses. And if you don't have anything left to cleanse, it's just going to feel absolutely invigorating. So that's awesome. The other thing is that Uranus went retrograde on September the 1st. You remember I was talking about Uranus coming into Taurus, right? Started on June the 1st. Which starts the collapsing of the ego, what man builds, whether it's physical or metaphysical, whatever he tries to do with his conscious mind is starting to pull it down. So Uranus will, for a year and a half, starting on June the 1st, will go back and forth into Aries or head, back into Taurus, into Aries or head, back into Taurus. Last time this happened was in the late 30s, early 40s. And people lost abundance and people gained abundance, but this time we're in Aquarius when that happens. So this is very good, beautiful energy, and it aligns. And now, like everything else, why doesn't everybody get sick at the same time? Why doesn't everybody feel it at the same time? Astrologers need to say this more and more. It all depends on your chart. You know, make people understand that it all depends on your chart. So an example of the fall of Babylon is Kansas announced a lawsuit against Pfizer mid-June of 2024. It's spreading out far and wide last couple of days. So there's you're feeling it. So man's ego, because millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do, and they knew that this cleanse was coming upon us, and they capitalized off of it, giving out vaccines when they're not needed. So Kansas is going after them. So a lawsuit was filed by Kansas Attorney General Chris Kobach, who accused Pfizer of misleading the public about the safety and effectiveness of that COVID-19 vaccine, which is a placebo. The claims focused on allegedly misinterpretations regarding the vaccine's safety, including conditions of the heart and its impact on pregnancies. People, the vaccine doesn't do anything to you. It's in your chart. You don't get sick from anything man does to you. You don't get sick from anything man doesn't do to you. It's in your chart. It's your cleanses. That's what's happening. So even though he's going after Pfizer, whether he's trying to help him or not help him, regardless, it's just important to know that man's ego and man's attempts to make money off of others is going to collapse. I'm not sure if you heard of Johnny Gaudreau, a hockey star player for the Columbus Blue Jackets. He and his brother Matthew were killed in a biking accident on August 29th, 2024 in New Jersey. They were hit by a driver. Johnny was a well-loved player known for his passion for hockey, while Matthew also had a notable career in the AHL and the ECHL, both hockey leagues. So sending love and light to the family and the families of all whom experienced loved ones leaving the visible. So I'd just like to say this for the family and all other families. A native knowing from the infinite. I give you this one thought to keep. I am still with you. I do not sleep. We're infinite, right? I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am a diamond glints in the snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift, uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. And I just did a pause there because when I'm reading this, I didn't realize that I had 3 vultures swirling over top of me when I went outside because I seen a shadow. So they put the shadow there for you to see. And then I went outside and I saw them, of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. I can be that otter or that fawn. I am still with you in each and every dawn. So another angel in heaven to watch over us all. May all his loved ones find peace in his memories, in their memories, and all the signs they leave behind every day. We've been talking about this alignment with Juno and the black moon. You can see they're totally aligned on that day. At the exact moment that they went out, the descendant was on his chart. Okay, that's the descendant represents where you die on the cross. Venus was aligned, the vertex, which is Destiny's Gate. It was his sister's wedding that was happening. Days before, days after, doesn't matter. But the day he died, you can see the sun was aligned Juno. And that Juno's at play when there's weddings. Mercury was exactly on his natal sun. And his Mercury is what? On the midheaven. So you can see all these things that are at play. And of course, Hygeia was going retrograde and on his natal Ceres. Again, and his Ceres is where? On the cross. So where's God? This is God, guys. This is God. So whatever is going on in their life needed to be cleansed. Whether it's him, his parents, their grandparents, somebody had to get a message, and the message is there. And the ascendant within minutes was on his black moon and on his Neptune. So at that crash site, it was all bang, energy. They're infinite. When you say, where's God? This is the process of God. This is the process of love. We leave the visible based on certain conditions. Can we predict them? No, because it's our free will every single moment. And we'll talk about that in the song at the end. So the matriarch starts. Mary Magdalene, that's why they have the 2 Marys, because they're part of us, 100%. So does this scene look familiar? Something that man built? The World Trade Center kind of looks like 2 Tesla towers. Were they harnessing free energy? I don't know, but they were harnessing labor hours for sure, because they were trading labor hours for money. A lot of fuchimanuli was going on in these buildings, what they're doing with the stock market and with people's labor. So man built this, so of course Mother Nature will take her down. Do you think this was staged by man, or did man create his own demise? If we think as above, so below, then there must have been a sign in the heavens too, right? So that's what we're going to look at. Because next Wednesday is 9/11. But again, we added days to the calendar, and the calendar is really the stars and not the calendar that we're used to seeing. So these are all signs from the heavens. We know that Da Vinci, for a reason, made this beautiful painting where he says, look to the stars, there's your crystal ball. So before we look at the timing of the events and how perfectly it aligns with the stars, know that the moon was exactly aligned the pole star, Polaris. That is the most dielectric and explosive energy you can get when the moon is there. But also Ceres, the harvester, will take things down. It'll sever things. And this building is also can be severed. Is exactly aligned with Antares, one of the four gateways, one of the four royal stars, one of the four depictions, man, lion, the bull, and eagle that are on all the churches. Well, I know them as the four royal stars. So Ceres is aligned both Antares and Aldebaran, and that's going to be important because when this alignment came, it's right on the location of that site. So if I can do this, then they can do it. Man can do it. There was a huge insurance deal that went down when this went down. A lot of people made money. A lot of people made money. So here's the timeline. So I'm going to step through this little video here. The north impact, the south impact. Then I'm going to show you Eris and Juno where they're at. The longitude strike, in other words, at the location on the map, it shows you this exact location that implosion would have happened there. And then the south implosion and north implosion. In other words, this is when they got impacted. So there was an initial explosion. And then this is when they imploded and came down. Because, you know, they imploded and just material just disappeared. Because that's what Mother Nature does. It'll just take things down. This is only 2 minutes, and I'm just going to step it through so you can see the different alignments that are coming on. So Mercury rising. As soon as when the North Tower was impacted, Mercury was rising. This is 1 minute at a time, folks, okay? So the first impact, Mercury was rising. Don't forget the moon is on Polaris. So there's Juno aligned with the part of fortune, which is math between the sun and the moon. The South Tower got impacted. There's Eris. Eris is setting on the cross at 9:15. At 9:29, Juno is exactly overhead, the other Mary. That's why you have two Marys always in every religion, because their energies, their loving energies, to always cleanse us. And at 9:39 a.m., the moon was exactly aligned Polaris. And you can see that Antares and Aldebaran were exactly located at the location of 74 West. And then the first implosions, you can see down at the bottom here, Neptune. The IC represents the natal Polaris position, the bottom of the chart, which is high implosive energy. So all these alignments happened. That energy is what took them down. This is the exact location of the Twin Towers right here. And you can see that at that time, the royal stars, and don't forget Ceres is aligned both Antares and Aldebaran. And at that time, this is exactly aligned with that location in Taurus. So you can see that the bull was at play that day. And then Kat asked me, what's happening this September 11th? Again, the calendar, we added 1 day to the calendar since this happened, maybe a couple days, because we do the leap year thing, right? Ceres is in alignment with Acubens, and Acubens is the star in Cancer, which represents gripping the truth. The truth shall be known. And it's interesting that we're showing you the truth, which is all energy. So there's a reason Da Vinci pointed to the stars with a crystal ball. You are not human. You are spirit having a color experience, a vibration experience. Enjoy it, but you have to play by the rules because Mother Nature always wins. So when we're in tune with Mother Nature in all respects, we're golden. Okay, just really quickly, it's 444 right now. For those who want to learn more about following your stars, remember consensus has drifted away from spirituality. For example, when you're trying to go look to the stars, if you use stellarium, the constellation of Taurus is shown differently than from the Dendra zodiac. They have Taurus going with the head on this side, where the Dendra zodiac has the head of Taurus on this side. So it does make a difference. So for example, Rev Cat asked about, hey, on stellarium, Jupiter is right in the middle of the horns of Taurus. So I go to look and I go on, And Claudius told me kind of shows the same thing, but he wrote this after. So I don't know what kind of mistake is there, but when you look at the Dendra zodiac, here's Taurus, 0 degree Taurus, because that's 30 Aries, 0 Taurus, and then that's there. So between the two hands is where, okay, see between the two hands, so it's aligned up in there. So Jupiter is in the horns portion, but you can see the Pleiades is over here. And thanks to Kat for making me go look, so you can see from the midpoint of the Dendra zodiac, right through the horns of the bull is where the ear is at. And look who's there, Pleiades. And we've talked about the Pleiades represents the ear, right? And there it is, look at that. Looks like an ear here on the Dendra zodiac. So we're starting to learn what this is all about, what we left behind, because this is really important. Because if you remember, the Pleiades play a part in the Day of the Dead and all that beautiful things that happen in Mexico that they celebrate. And I just thought I'd throw and then Kat threw this song from Leonard Nimoy, and I thought, oh my God, look at there's another synchronicity. That looks like his ear. And my brother sent me this yesterday. Kind of looks the same thing. He's using these as a couple stops for his door on his pizza oven. So a couple of synchronicities. And I just want to be cautious when you use stellarium, because there are so many different constellations, sizes, and shapes from all the different cultures. So what's most important is what we see on the Dendra zodiac is, to me, the most accurate. So we leave you with these two important quotes from the Bible. If you remember this beautiful church near Windsor, on November 27, 2023, was Genesis 3:15. Mother Mary stepping on the snake. That's the fall of Babylon, right? So the temptation and the fall of man. Verse 15, I will put enmities between thee, serpent, and the woman, and thy seed and her seed. She shall crush thy serpent head, the ego, and thou shalt lie in wait for her heel. So that's love crushing the eagle, the fall of Babylon. It always does. And that's what Neptune gave. Neptune gave that beautiful energy to knock down the Twin Towers, because man was building that and doing it for not good reason. So you'll see a lot more systems start to collapse. Here's what the Bible tells us that you must look to the sky. Isaiah 47, the fall of Babylon, brings in a very important message for us. 47, book of Isaiah, the fall of Babylon. All the counsel you have received has only worn you out. Let astrologers come forward, those stargazers who make predictions month by month. Let them save you from what is coming upon you. So he's telling us to look to the sky. And all these people did as well too. Da Vinci, Al-Sufi, Hypatia, Hipparchus, and Ptolemy. A lot of these people were born around the Phoenix Risings. So what's next? The world resolves to balance harmony, peace, tranquility, and one love. It always does. The anticipation is making us wait. The stars are guiding us. Stay heart-centered, and let's listen to the wise words of this sister. So let's talk about right now. Is it not that every moment, the now, is making of the good old days? We are making the good old days constantly, so let's make them good. So thanks, Rev Cat, for this song choice. Here is Carly Simon with Anticipation.
Can never know about the days to come, but we think about them anyway. And I wonder if I'm really with you now, or just chasing after some fun.
And that's all we have for today.